since we're talking, 50, 45 million years ago to today, in the fossil record here, are you able to see a horse from 40 million years ago and then a horse from 20 million years ago and see evolutionary traits between those two species of horse?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have fossil horses in every horizon that we have in the park that has vertebrate fossils in it. So the oldest ones are about 44 million years old. And then we have them all the way up into the 6 million year old rocks and the rattlesnake. So we can see that change in horses through that whole time. So going from these small multi-toed animals that were hiding among bushes to the more majestic single-toed plains, grasslands running animal that we think of today. So we can see all of that here in our record.
And are you able to determine why it evolved the way it did because of the environment and the records that are laid here?
Our fossils are informative to that. You have to really get at that answer in full depth. You have to look continent-wide to see, because it is a continent-wide evolutionary and maybe even globally pattern that we're seeing. But it does, what happens in the plains also tracks here really well. So we're seeing, in general, we go from warmer, wetter environments in the older rocks to drier, more open habitats that we're seeing today, right? And there is a general trend towards that through most of the evolution of the horse, right? So where they're bushy hiding things, here it was subtropical jungle, right? And that's also true wherever you find those horses. At that period of time, it was much more what I referred to before as closed habitat, right? And, the big story that we see with horses across the whole continent is about 16 million years ago, there's a spreading of grasslands. And so that's a big point where horses make a big shift from living in closed forest environments to living in open grassy places. And you see all those open habitat adaptations in the horses. You also see them in a lot of the carnivorous animals as well. So there's a lot of adaptations that are happening across multiple groups of animals that are showing that transition from being better for living in forested closed places to living in more open places where it's easier to see you.